If you do not understand both your enemy and yourself, you will encounter difficulties in every battle. The battle exists not only in the physical world but also in our minds and societies. It is a struggle to demonstrate superiority, occupy the highest position, and seize power. But can this battle be transformed into cooperation and understanding? That is the question that philosopher Sun Tzu posed, a question that we need to contemplate. When we do not integrate with the environment, in reality, we are creating a conflict with ourselves. Sun Tzu's Art of War is not just a military manual, but also a profound strategic mindset, providing the methods and tactics necessary to cope with life's challenges. The art of war is not only about explaining how to fight but also guiding us on how to act to achieve success and victory in every situation. What makes a strong army? How can we approach enemies in closed terrain? And how important is misinformation as a tool in the information battlefield? Besides specific combat strategies, the art of war also contains a profound philosophy. Sun Tzu strongly argues that war should not be taken lightly, and the ultimate victory is when we can defeat the enemy without facing him directly. A tranquil and inscrutable mind is the hallmark of a successful leader. He emphasizes the use of intelligence rather than brute force, teaching us how to win in life through cleverness. The art of war not only helps us win in battle but can also be applied to our daily lives. Even in times of peace, when we are not faced with universal conflicts, the philosophy of the art of war can still support us in work, sports, and everyday conflict situations. This video explores the wisdom conveyed through the work of Sun Tzu, The Art of War. Sun Tzu, or Master Sun, is known as a military strategist and philosopher who lived about 2,500 years ago and is traditionally believed to be the author of The Art of War. However, some Chinese scholars have raised doubts about the existence of Sun Tzu and suggest that The Art of War may be a compilation of works from multiple authors. Sun Tzu is said to have lived during the Chu dynasty, alongside philosophers such as Lao Tzu and Confucius. However, his birthplace remains a subject of debate. Some sources claim he was born in the state of Qi, while others believe he was born in the state of Wu. Nevertheless, the oldest sources generally agree that he was a general and strategist serving the king of the state of Wu. Sun Tzu's work has exerted its influence across generations, not only in the military but also in various other fields. For example, Vietnamese General Vo Nguyen Giap applied strategies from the art of war to defeat the French army in the Battle of Dien Bien Phu. Conversely, Brazilian football coach Luiz Felipe Scolari used ancient tactics to help the Brazilian national team win the 2002 World Cup. In the art of war, careful preparation is highly valued. The fundamental philosophy is that the outcome of a battle is often decided before it even takes place. This implies that through calculation and deep understanding, we can predict the likelihood of winning a battle. Who is stronger? Who has the better strategy? It all depends on thorough research and meticulous preparation. And when necessary, hiring spies to gather crucial information is indispensable. We need to understand our opponents and the realities of our own strengths and weaknesses. To create a strong army, it is crucial for leaders to have profound knowledge of their soldiers. Each type of soldier requires a different approach. Self-awareness is the key. When we understand ourselves well, we also know which enemies we can defeat and which enemies we should avoid. Typically, avoiding conflict is the best course of action if major losses can be avoided. Sun Tzu believed that the ultimate victory is defeating the enemy without direct confrontation. Unfortunately, this idea isn't always a feasible option. Therefore, in life, we must be careful in choosing our battles, knowing which ones are worth fighting and which ones are just a waste of energy and resources. And the battles we choose must be conducted as efficiently as possible. The strength of an army is never limitless. Even the largest army can deplete its equipment, fuel, and manpower resources. Prolonged battles bring disaster to a nation and its resources, as well as exhaust the participating countries. So, the best victory in battle is swift, using the least resources. Instead of destroying the enemy's cities and resources, use them for your own benefit. Furthermore, do not needlessly destroy enemy soldiers, but instead, keep them alive and accept them into your ranks. This reflects the Taoist philosophy in Sun Tzu's thinking, with an emphasis on fighting intelligently and ensuring the enemy remains intact, able to integrate into one's forces. In warfare, preserving a nation intact is always preferable to destroying it entirely. Maintaining a military unit, whether it's a squad, a battalion, a division, or a corps, is often preferred over annihilating them. True greatness lies not in winning every battle but in defeating the enemy without engaging directly in combat. The highest strategy is to attack the enemy's strategy itself. Subsequently, the alliance continues to attack. The next army also joins the offensive. However, attacking cities is considered the lowest form of warfare, and siege warfare is only a last resort. In war, victory depends on measurement, estimation, calculation, and comparison. If victory is clearly possible, we will engage in battle. If defeat is unavoidable, we will not foolishly participate in the conflict. However, if we decide to fight, we need enough knowledge to choose the right strategy, leading to victory. For example, when we outnumber the enemy, the best strategy may be to attack by encircling them. However, when we are outnumbered, hiding may be the best option. In such situations, the use of guerrilla warfare has brought victory to the Taliban in Afghanistan. The Taliban combined with civilians and used secret hideouts along with tunnel networks to avoid detection, while also employing sophisticated propaganda techniques and maintaining cohesion and flexibility within their ranks. If they were to launch a direct attack, they would easily be defeated. However, by combining smart attack and withdrawal tactics, they proved their strength. A clever strategy to achieve victory is through the art of deception. As Sun Tzu said, "Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak." If your enemy is far away, make him believe you are near. If he is near, create the impression that you are far away. Finally, remember Iraq's Minister of Information, Mohammad Saeed al-Sarhab, who tried to maintain a strong facade, asserting to the public that everything was fine and his forces were winning. Perhaps he consulted the art of war. Unfortunately, his efforts to deceive the enemy were not successful. You cannot trust them when they are not near Baghdad. In war, adapting to the fluctuations of circumstances is essential. Like water, war never holds a fixed form. The enemy is always changing, as are natural situations like seasons and terrain. Sun Tzu encourages us to exploit these fluctuations of the enemy to achieve victory while maintaining our own stability. This implies that we must constantly observe the enemy carefully and avoid revealing ourselves to them. This helps us recognize the continuous changes in the actions and strategies of the opponent, thereby exploiting them for advantage. Sun Tzu encouraged us to avoid impulsiveness and instead attack those lacking decisiveness, those who often hesitate and are easily predictable. Additionally, we should analyze specific patterns of behavior to assess the strength of the opponent. As Sun Tzu said, to subdue the enemy without fighting is the acme of skill. He also advised us to maintain our invincibility and wait for the enemy's weaknesses. This idea is fundamentally the cornerstone of strategy in any battle, from soccer to warfare. Focus on playing well, wait for the opponent to make mistakes, and seize the opportunity. The art of war provides us with different scenarios and strategies to deal with diverse situations, much like how we must adapt to different types of terrain. For example, when facing a high ground, we should camp there to gain a strategic advantage, ready to fight from a higher position. If the opponent descends nearby, we need to counterattack to exploit our favorable position. If the enemy decides to cross a river, we should not confront them directly in the middle of the river but instead let a part of the enemy force cross the river before launching an attack. Sun Tzu distinguishes 9 types of battlegrounds and encourages us to adapt to each specific battlefield environment. For instance, when a strategic location benefits both sides, it is called strategic ground. For a business, This may imply a specific geographical position within a city. For a military force, this could be a high-terrain area that provides a strategic advantage in combat. However, there are also deadly ground areas where there is only one option for survival: to fight. In the Battle of Morannon, the final showdown between the forces of good and evil in The Lord of the Rings, we see evidence of the importance of deadly ground on the battlefield. This place not only requires strategic control but also emphasizes the importance of inner balance and tranquility before entering the fray. Through this, Sun Tzu reminds us that, in the most tense moments, conservatism and self-control are not only the keys to successful strategy but also the foundation of strong fighting spirit. At the same time, he warns of the dangers of losing control, which can lead to hasty decisions and unwarranted risks. This is an important lesson not only for content creators on YouTube but also for everyone in their daily lives. Continuously facing negative feedback and online disruptions can lead to unnecessary and exhausting conflicts. Additionally, while respecting and caring for one's followers is important, excessively doing so can lead to unnecessary tension and difficulties for both parties. The general has 5 traps: recklessness, risking self-destruction; cowardice, leading to becoming a target of bullying; impulsiveness, prone to provocation and loss of control; excessive confidence in reputation, which can lead to shame; and excessive worry and concern for one's men can cause unnecessary trouble. Through The Art of War, Sun Tzu taught us how to choose and win in battles. Instead of relying solely on brute force, he advises us to measure, calculate, and understand both the enemy and ourselves, thus winning before the battle even begins. He teaches us to outsmart the opponent, using deception and manipulation tactics to create favorable conditions for ourselves. Sun Tzu calls for us to win without wielding weapons, to stay away from suffering and destruction. If we can win without engaging in direct confrontation, led with intelligence and compassion, and still maintain discipline and adapt to changing situations, then war truly becomes a noble art. Thanks for watching.